So welcome back, everybody. This is going to be a fun episode right here. We're going to be going over the new Solis 75 horse tractor. All right, so just to let y'all know, in this episode, I have this tractor for a few weeks. I'm going to be doing some testing, some feedback to the company, as well as introducing it to you. So let's get started. In this video, we're going to go over the specs. I'm going to show off the tractor. We'll also discuss some of the pricing, although keep in mind, I'm going to date this video because this is current pricing. Things may change. I always like letting people know that up front. The price that they're offering this tractor at, I have no idea how it's that affordable. Maybe this might be something you're looking for because this is the next tractor to be introduced into the United States here. So you may want to go check with your local Solis dealer to see about picking one of these up. We'll also run it in this episode as well. I've got a big pasture over here that really needs some mowing. Solis did send me this out with their rotary cutter on the backside, so I'm curious to try that out as well. Let's dive right into this biggest tractor I have ever had on the property. Okay, so let's take a look here. Again, this is the Solis S75 75 horsepower tractor. It's got a 4-cylinder turbo diesel in there, and this tractor is made by a company called ITL, 5th largest tractor company in the world. So a lot of people think Solis is a new tractor company. Absolutely not true. Again, International Tractors Limited, or ITL, is a huge tractor manufacturer in India, and they sell tractors all over Europe, all around the world. And about a year ago, they started introducing tractors and dealers in the United States. As certain tractors get approved that they're allowed to bring in, you'll see more and more models showing here. Actually, if you check out their website, I'll put a link down in the description, you'll see a coming soon section where they have a couple more tractors they're working on as well. We currently have their 24 horse tractor here. I've had it over a year. I've put over 100 hours on it. It's been an excellent little tractor. Now the 75 has shown up, more models will be coming. So here is the new 75 horse that should be showing up at dealers very soon. This particular model is gear driven, so you've got 12 forward speeds, 12 reverse. We'll show all that here in just a second. And this one has the synchro shuttle for forward or reverse motion here. 4-wheel drive as expected. Here's the rotary cutter that they sent out with this particular model. By the way, Solis makes a tremendous amount of their own attachments in-house, as well as their huge facility over in India. They make all of the tractor components in-house, especially for models like this. It's got the ITL engine in it, as well as all the other components. They have a huge facility. So this one comes with your standard ag tires. I did see on the flyer there is options for different types of tires. That's something you can discuss with your dealer. They have a cab and non-cab version down here in the heat of Florida. I'm loving the cab with AC. Take a look on the back side. Something that Solis does that I'm pleased to see on all their tractors thus far. They include a lot of extras for, again, an excellent price. This one comes with 2 sets of rear remotes as standard feature. Nice adjustable 3-point arms, not just chains or something basic. A really large tow hitch. You see you've got a whole host of LED lights back here, from turn signals, brake to work lights. Fully adjustable mirrors for both sides that can swing in and out. Steps on both sides. You'd be shocked at how many tractors do not offer this, so you can enter and exit. Something else I like seeing that even my John Deere doesn't have, gas struts to hold the doors open on both sides. We'll step in the cab here in just a second. Looks like the loader is quick detach and removable, as well as quick couplers on all your hydraulic fittings if you want to take this off for any reason. A really robust hookup up front, projector headlights. Something else worth mentioning, even on a 75 horse tractor, no diesel particulate filter. You've got to be a pretty clean burning engine to get away with that. That's awesome, because people are starting to find out on a lot of newer tractors that have those, that's an expensive item to replace when that emissions piece starts acting up on you. Like all their other tractors, everything is steel. Nice big fenders. I love even simple little things like including a little toolbox so you can put some tools in here. This particular model has the mechanical self-leveling loader. So whenever you set your loader at whatever angle you're at, this is really important with working with tractor forks. Say you're lifting up a pallet. As you raise and lower this, you do not have to feather the controls to keep everything balanced and level. All right, let me show you how the mechanical self-leveling loader works. See, I got the bucket. We'll just put it to what is level. Then as I lift this up and down, the bucket stays level no matter how fast or how far up and down I go. That's a really, really nice feature. Let's take a quick peek under the hood because I know some people are going to want to see that. All right, looks like your air filters up front, easy access. There's all your radiators. Looks pretty easy to access and blow out as well. AC compressor. Quick look at the engine. Coolant up top. Here's your side with your alternator, your turbo. So overall, pretty easy to access because that flips up really, really high. 2 gas struts to hold it open so you don't really have to mess with nothing. So let's take a peek inside the tractor, and then again, we're gonna go do some work today and run this around. All right, so we're gonna step up in what's a very spacious cab here. So this should give you an idea how much room that we have here. If you're a large individual, this should work just fine. Plus the seat is fully adjustable. Everything from air ride adjustments, back adjustments, adjustable armrest, obviously forward and reverse adjustments. So let's take a peek around the cab. So starting up here on the dash, here's your turn signals, left and right. You also have a horn. Your digital instrument cluster here, we'll show you this in a second when I crank it up. I just want you to be able to hear me and just give you basic information. Like you have your fuel gauge over here, your RPMs, your temperatures, and then in the center will be a digital readout with some similar information. You have your throttle on the dash here or a foot throttle here, which I find that I really like using that. Dual brakes that can control either side with a flip up lever in the middle. Your clutch. This is your synchro shuttle right here. So this is what allows you to feather into forward, neutral, or reverse, no matter what gear you're in. Speaking of gears, very straightforward, a 1 through 4 shifter over here. And if you take a look down here, this is how you get your 12 speeds. Over and up is basically, you see the turtle here, your low range. Over to the left and up is kind of your medium speed, or M1 they call it, and all the way down is your high speed. This is going to be more for travel. I'm finding that I like doing my work in the middle range, and then you just select whatever gear you want for whatever speed you want to work in the middle range. The other thing I really like that Solis includes, again, here is your rear remote control. So if you want to, say, run a top link or a splitter or some sort of batwing mower and raise and lower either side, you got 2 sets of remotes for all that kind of stuff there. Here's how you raise and lower your 3-point arms with an adjustable lock down here. Tons of windows that open up. I like that. Rear wiper, which should be standard on any cab tractor. Side vent windows, this is something I like seeing, especially this time of year, now that it's fall. Over on this side, this is how you engage your PTO. You lock that in, your 4-wheel drive selector, and your parking brake. Over here, some cup holders, although they are a bit small, take note of that. They'll hold water bottles, but not large tumblers. That's something I would really like to see. You do have lots of flat area and plenty of room in here. If this were going to be with me for a while or my permanent tractor, I'd probably put me an adjustable cup holder here for my tumbler for coffee and other drinks. If we take a look up top, this one has a Bluetooth stereo included. Here are your light selector switches. Here's your windshield washer options. Over here, you have AC and heat with your blower functions, and you can see we have lots of different vents here. Here's some speakers. Vents go all the way around this right here. This also has a pull-down sunshade as well. All right, let's fire this up and I'll show you how the synchro shuttle works if you're not used to that. I know a lot of people run hydro, but typically on your bigger Ag Series tractors, most everybody goes for gear driven. This allows you to get the most power to the ground and the most power to your 540 PTO implements. All right, let's fire this up. And take a quick look at the dash, your basic information and some indicator lights up top. Let's go ahead and kick on this AC because my goodness, it is hot today. All right, now whenever it comes time to driving forward and reverse, here's our synchro shuttle. Right now, we are in neutral, right dead center. So we'll go over here to our gear selector, which is also neutral. We'll find a gear that we want, say number 2. All you have to do is slide this forward, ease off the clutch, and we're driving. I mean, it doesn't get no more simple than that. Now we can just push the clutch in, go to the rear, we're back in reverse. And I never have to touch my gears unless I just want to go a little faster. Now I find that you can slide these out without using the clutch on the shuttle if you want to go to neutral, but it's best to have the clutch in whenever you want to go forward or reverse so you can feather out your return speed. That's going to be really important if you have a big heavy load in the bucket or pallet forks. I wouldn't want to be sliding in and out and getting jerky. Just push the clutch in and feather your speed. All right, so here we are. Let's go test this out. This is going to be my first real test of this tractor. We have about a 10-acre field that is really thick. I've let it grow up the last few months. We just have not had time to mow it. So we're really going to be putting this to the test. It's a relatively hot day here, mowing thick grass, and we're going to run it kind of fast. Let's go see how this performs. And if you're really interested in this tractor, watch some upcoming episodes, because we're going to be putting in some food plots with it, running multiple pieces of equipment. We'll do a little digging with the loader, so we're definitely going to have a few more videos coming. I should also mention, other than my young childhood when I did a little bit of farming work, this is the first tractor, gear-driven tractor that I've had here on the property. I've been running hydro tractors pretty much my entire life, so I'm learning how to drive gear again, but honestly, this is so easy to drive. Let's see how well the 75 horse runs out here in some really thick pasture grass. I think it should do just fine. This is a relatively small mower behind this. I would like to see this one, you know, like an 8-foot mower or even a bat wing would be awesome. I'm not sure how well you can hear me, but I'm trying something I've never done before. I am mowing in high range. Now, I'm only in second gear in high range, but we are blazing fast. I'm holding 540 RPM and I'm flying through this pasture. Now again, the fact that I'm doing this with a smaller mower is definitely helping me, but I am going so fast. I probably should be doing all my work in mid-range, but this is pretty cool, something I was checking out here. So let's wrap up the first initial test of this new 75 horse tractor. I've been mowing for hours, by the way, running this tractor at multiple different speeds, pushing it hard, honestly, and not once have I seen any signs of overheating, which I would not expect with a mower package like this with this large of an engine tractor. But that is something that I do occasionally see on my 66 horse John Deere. Smaller, more compact tractor running a same size mower, pushing it at high speed on a hot day like this, sometimes I do have to take a break. But larger engines, larger displacements, I expect them to run cool. So that is great to see. The other thing to mention, the power. Even though my other tractor is 66 horse, that's the most comparable thing I have to this 75 horse, you get more power to the ground with gear shift, and you get quite a bit more power to the rear PTO. So there's a significant step up. So it's not a true apples to apple comparison, but I can definitely tell there is a bunch more power right here. Even whenever I was running this in high range and running through some really thick grass out here, I experienced absolutely no bog down of the engine, which I do experience with my other tractor when I hit those heavy patches of grass. So without a doubt, you can run a much larger mower on this tractor right here, but some people may actually prefer a mower that's the same width of the tractor, especially if you're mowing down trails or in between trees, things such as that. Being this was a crazy hot day and I just run it for hours, the AC worked perfect. That's something else worth mentioning. The air ride seat's the only way to go. That's what I have in my other tractor as well. I felt nice and comfortable in this machine today. And I'm always a bit nervous on sharing price, and that's because these videos I make live on the internet forever. Someone may be watching this back a year or two later and hearing these prices. So I'm gonna start by saying this is late October of 2024. You need to check with your local dealer for pricing. Things absolutely do change. But the price, y'all, we were just at the Sunbelt Ag Expo in Moultrie, Georgia, and they had this tractor on demo here. That's when I found out I was gonna get to test it for a few weeks, and they showed the price there, and I could not believe it. So this 75 horse tractor with loader, four-wheel drive as seen, open station right now is $39,999, and if you go up to the cab version, it's $44,999. Go look at anybody else's. To add a cab tractor is usually far higher than that. Now look at the massive size of this tractor, y'all. Just for example, my 66 horse John Deere, which is a compact tractor, although does have a few more bells and whistles, typically they do, those are in the $65,000 to $70,000 range now, especially if you add the dual extra rear remotes, mechanical self-leveling loader, things such as that. So the fact that this much bigger, more powerful tractor is coming in at $45,000, I could not believe it. And don't forget, up to a 7-year limited warranty on this tractor as well. They're also doing 84 months financing right now. I seen that in a local flyer for this. So I just don't see how you pass up that deal. Now, of course, that's assuming you've got a dealer in your area and you can travel to get one of these. They're about to start shipping in. I don't have the exact dates. Feel free to drop a comment, and as I find all that out, I'll let you know. But your local dealer is going to have the best information there. All right, so this was a great initial test of this right here. By the way, I've been running this off camera too with some forks that y'all have seen on other videos. I've been lifting up really heavy things, all the way from 500-gallon propane tanks up to a 1,000-gallon tank that I have here that my other tractor, for example, will barely lift a foot before it runs out of power. This right here lifts it absolutely no problem. Extremely powerful loader and super high lift capacity on the rear. That's what you get when you start moving up into these Ag Series tractors. Man, they are big and they are robust. But again, if you're not looking for something huge like this and don't have the property for it, they do offer other sizes as well. And on their coming soon tab on their website, they're showing some new future models that hopefully we'll get to test and let you know about as they become available. All right, y'all, I'm gonna put a link down in the description so you can check out Solis's website. I appreciate them sending this out, letting me test this. We're gonna be putting some food plots in one of the next coming up episodes. So we're gonna put a disc behind this. We're gonna be doing some more mowing and really heavy stuff. So that's gonna be fun. We're gonna continue to put this to the test, bring some content out. And by all means, drop a comment if you have some specific questions that you want me to get answered for you. I love being able to test equipment like this. This is awesome.